right, Shalom. We want to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachak, Kodash, and double honors to the elders and apostles at Great Millstone who were well, and peace and salutations all since Sirachim. And out there, of course, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai across the four winds, being, of course, diligent, doing the work of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai. This, of course, is the brother Amafa and
the brother Yeshaya
from the Great Millstone Plain Tables Camp located here in Great Babylon, coming again with another lesson of the Chakodash, which this lesson is going to go into China and how they have, of course, that capability, which is given unto them by Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, the powers, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right, to, of course, bring forth the actual punishment or the judgment, all right, or Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, Mashapat, on, of course, the place of Great Babylon, all right, or Edom, all right. So we're going to go into the lesson right now, starting the article.
It says China showcases own version of mother of all bombs.
Right, so this is the Chinese version of the mother of all bombs, which when you go into the mother of all bombs, you can maybe highlight that real quick and see if it goes up. America has their version of the Moab or mother of all bombs, this is pretty funny because the so-called Chinese are the nation of Moab. All right, read that.
It says the U.S. military says it has dropped the most destructive non-nuclear bomb ever used in combat on an Islamic State group tunnel complex in Afghanistan.
Right, which they did this. I believe they did this last year. Read on.
It says the GBU-43B massive ordnance air blast bomb, known as the mother of all bombs, was first tested in 2003, but it had not been used before. The Pentagon said it was dropped from a U.S. aircraft in Nangarhar province.
Right. Now, go real quick to the book of Isaiah real quick.
This is Isaiah chapter 54, verse 16. It says, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy."
Right, so the Lord Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, he created, or go into the Hebrew real quick. The Hebrew word for create, was it bara'ah? Yeah, bara'ah for created, all right? He, that smith, all right? Yeah, to create, to make form, all right? To fashion, to create, all right? And it's always as the power as subject, all right? You know, because you have to understand that everything is subject unto Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. All things are subject to the power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, all right? It's the powers that sanction, all right, everything that's going to be done on the earth, and that goes for all of the nations, okay? Which Yahweh Bashem Yahushai put it in the hearts of these what we speaking on, particularly in this precept. You go back to it. He of course created the smith, all right, which this going into the actual the German scientists, all right, because when you have a blacksmith and such in the ancient world, they of course a blacksmith create weapons, all right, via iron and such, all right. So you have it here that these German scientists, all right, which Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave the knowledge to be able to split in atoms and such and use nuclear fission and such, all right. They had that knowledge to create these nuclear missiles, which you have this is a non-nuclear missile when we going into the Moab. It's the most destructive, powerful non-nuclear missile, all right, in which now you have it where China, which they are Moab, all right, in the scriptures, have their own version of, okay. Also, I must add, it's less in size, all right, and when we gonna go into the actual deployment of it, it can be used from just, I think, like we'll go into it, but we'll get into it. So I'm going to continue on. That bloweth the clothes in the fire and bringeth forth the instrument for his work, all right. So that instrument for the Lord's work is to destroy Great Babylon, all right, because this place is wicked, all right. Yahweh Shem Yahshai got to destroy this place, all right. God.
Go back to
Yep.
It says a massive aerial bomb is airdropped by an H-6K bomber and causes a gigantic explosion at an unknown location.
Right. So they already, all right, they dropped this and testing it. All right. So read, as you can see in the images, all right, they show the destructive force. All right. Read.
It says China's arms industry giant Norinco for the first time showcased a new type of massive aerial bomb, which it dubbed the Chinese version of the mother of all bombs due to its huge destruction potential that is claimed to be only second to nuclear weapons.
Right. So it's second to a nuclear weapon because it's not a nuclear weapon, but in the destructive power because it's atomic. Okay. Um, is of course going to be used for Yahweh Shem Yahshua destruction. Okay, it's only second to, and we know that atomic bomb can bring forth massive destruction. Just go and look at Nagasaki and Hiroshima and Nagasaki. All right, which America dropped that on what the so-called Ammonites. All right, which is another neighbor of so-called Moabites. Okay. Now go quickly to the book of Joel.
This is
3:9.
This is Joel 3:9. It says, "Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles."
Right, the Gentiles talking about all of the nations. Okay, right. Read.
It says, "Prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up."
Right, and Yahweh Shem Yahshua is getting all these mighty men. All right, these soldiers, the militaries. All right, as it's written in the scriptures that the Lord mustereth the hosts to the battle. I think what's that in Isaiah? Let me see, Lord. But you can read on.
I got a quick precept.
Yeah.
This is Proverbs chapter 21, verse 1. It says, "The king's heart is in the hand of Yahweh."
Right. So, yeah, the mind or the lab of the king Malak. All right, our king is a king's or
King Malak.
King's heart. Is in the hand. All right, which means Yad or the power of the Lord. Yeah, read.
It says, "As the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will."
Right. So the Lord, he controls a man's thoughts, which we can read on too.
Verse 2, it says, "Every way of a man is right in his own eyes, but Yahweh pondereth the hearts."
Right. So it's the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushai. All right. He controls the hearts of man. All right. There's no free will. Okay. Yep. All right. And then, let me see if I can get that. But we can read on.
You want me to read 10? Mm-hmm. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 10. It says, "Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong."
Right. So beating, of course, your plowshares into swords is, of course, these nations, of course, taking their money and investing it not in the agriculture. They're now investing into their military. Okay. They're taking the agriculture instrument, right, which is a plowshare, and now turning it into the sword, which is the modern day sword is a nuclear missile. Okay, and arms. Okay, military might and such. Okay, and yeah, and read it again. It says starting in your pruning hooks.
It says, "In your pruning hooks into spears."
Right.
Let the weak say, I am strong.
Right. And that's these weaker nations. All right. You have it. China, of course, is on the rise and such. Okay. Against what? Great Babylon. Okay. Which America, they sit it upon. What is it? If I'm not mistaken, upon all nations. I gotta go into that if it's Slocky. It might be on Revelation 17. I know that there, of course, that America is that woman that rideth on that whore that rideth on the waters, many waters and such. Roughly paraphrasing, Slock. But this fucking damn system. All right, they of course through America. All right, being of course they of course being so-called the best, highest nation, okay? They're the greatest, the most prosperous, all right? In the past, they, of course, been oppressing all these other nations and such, and now these other nations have the same technology, all right? And they're excelling at a high rate, all right? think that's it. All right, I go back to the article, and then I got Isaiah 13 and 4.
It says China's arms industry giant Norinco for the first time showcased a new type of massive aerial bomb, which it dubbed the Chinese version of the mother of all bombs due to its huge destruction potential that is claimed to be only second to nuclear weapons. It says the bomb was airdropped by an H-6K bomber and caused a gigantic explosion. A promotional video China North Industries Group Corporation Limited released on its website in December shows. It says this is the first time the new bomb's destructive powers have been shown in public. The Xinhua news agency reported on Wednesday on its mobile application.
Right. So these other nations, they flexing on y'all. All right. They showing their power. All right. And this, of course, like I say, this is a way of them taunting. All right, each other and such. You know, when these different nations they show their military might and such. Okay, it's like as a boxer with shadow box in the ring and such, or in the gym. Okay, this is a way of them flexing. All right, before the destruction. All right.
Let me skip down a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It says the massive blast can easily and completely wipe out fortified ground targets such as reinforced buildings, bastions, and defense shelters. We
Right.
said.
Yeah. So that's reinforced buildings and such. So this is not just standard buildings. That this actual missile, all right, which is atomic base, can bring forth in force. Okay, it can break through reinforced buildings and such. All right, as it was mentioning. All right.
It says the weapon will also spread fear among enemies if a weapon of this caliber is deployed.
Yep, that's right. Because when these enemies gonna see, you know, uh, well, you say America in general. Okay, they seeing that China is building up. They gonna want to build up. All right. And then even in that, say like if they see they shoot a missile and they destroy all these people, that of course gonna put fear on each other. All right, because once you understand, all these people gonna shoot all these missiles, all these different nations gonna shoot missiles upon America, and and destroy various parts of this earth. Okay, in the World War III, you can go to Psalms 91 and start at I think at 3, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see. Start at Psalms 93 and start at 2.
This is Psalms chapter 91, verse 2. It says, I will say of Yahweh, He is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in Him will I trust.
Right. And that's the elect. They're going to trust in Yahweh Shem Shai to, of course, be delivered from this nuclear fire, all right? This second death that's coming, all right? Read.
It says, surely He shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noisome pestilence.
And this is going, of course, into the nuclear missiles, that destruction, all right? That's of course, what that noisome pestilence is, all right? Which is going to strike fear within everyone upon the earth, okay? And Lord willing, we be a part of elect. We not have any parts within it. All right, you could go quickly to the book of Job 5 and go to 19.
This is Job chapter 5, verse 19. It says, He shall deliver thee in 6 troubles, yea, in 7 there shall no evil touch thee.
Right. So we gonna get delivered, all right, in 6 troubles, all right, before the nuclear destruction, which is the 7th trouble, all right, because that's gonna be the destruction. 7, of course, symbolizes completion, all right. The elect is gonna get beamed up out of here, all right, as in the scriptures that say, come up into my chambers. I believe it's Isaiah 26 and 20. It reads, you can get it if you want. Read it real quick.
This is Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. It says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers.
Right, we're just talking about the chariots, okay? The chariots of Israel, which the so-called white man coins as UFOs, which have been sighted at all time high in these times. Okay, they're showing themselves, and that's going to be the deliverance, the delivering vehicles for the elect of the nation of Israel, which that, of course, in the Israelites are so-called Negroes, Latinos, and the Americans. All right, and of course we have brothers with this confusion of face that look like the rest of the heathen. All right, but they line go back to Israelite. All right, or Israelites. Okay, by their father. Okay, they're going to have to be delivered via these chariots. Okay, because the nuclear missiles are going to destroy America at various places of the earth. Read.
It says, and shut thy doors about thee, hide thyself as it were for a little moment until the indignation be overpassed.
Right, which that indignation, all right, that's being overpassed is missile destruction and noisome pestilence, as was written in the scriptures. All right, read on to verse 21 too.
It says, for behold, Yahweh cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. The earth also shall disclose her blood and shall no more cover her slain.
Right, you know. So as you see, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to bring forth the destruction power. All right, and it's going to be a lot of death. All right, as is written in the scriptures. I believe Yahweh Shem Shai, or Yahweh Shai, is written he coming from Edom. His garment shall be dyed with blood, just symbolizing the amount of destruction. Is it dyed garments from Basra? I believe it is. You can get that real quick. It's Isaiah 34 or 47. Get that actually. Yeah, get Isaiah 34 and 6. Yeah.
That's a lot. Yeah. So,
yep.
You said 34?
Start at 6. I think. Let me see. Start at That's some real start at 1. 34 1.
This is Isaiah chapter 34, verse 1. It says, come near, ye nations, to hear, and hearken, ye people. Let the earth hear, and all that is therein, the world and all things that come forth of it. For the indignation of Yahweh is upon all nations.
Right, so the Lord has righteous anger upon all the nations that are upon the earth. You know, the nation of Israel, all right, 2/3 of them, all right, and the Gawayim, all right, all called Gawayim, all right, are all the nations on the earth, okay? Yahweh Shem Yashai is mad. He's angry with the wicked every day, you Edomites, all right, read.
It says, in his fury upon all their armies. Mm-hmm. He hath utterly destroyed them, he hath delivered them to the slaughter. Mm-hmm. Their slain also shall be cast out, and their stink shall come up out of their carcasses. It says, and the mountains shall be melted with their blood, yep. And all the hosts of heaven shall be dissolved, and the heavens shall be rolled together as a scroll.
Yep. And that goes into that we go breaking down, all right, that so-called mushroom cloud, all right? Read.
It says, and all their hosts shall fall down as the leaf falleth off from the vine, and as a falling fig from the fig tree. For my sword shall be bathed in heaven. Behold, it shall come down upon Idumea and upon the people of my curse to judgment.
Right, which is you damn Edomites, all right? And Idumea, right, that's just a Greek way of saying Edom, okay? Which is so-called white man try to be clever, call itself different titles and such, you know, change up different things. The Edomites are Idumeans is Edomites, okay? And this place being America is also spiritually known as Edom as well, all right? Read on.
It says, the sword of Yahweh is filled with blood. It is made fat with fatness, and with the blood of lambs and goats, with the fat of the kidneys of rams. For Yahweh hath the sacrifice in Basra, and a great slaughter in the land of Idumea.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, I mean, it's very plain to the point that Yahweh Shem Shai, he gonna bring forth a major destruction. That's part of these other nations receiving these different missiles, okay? This capability to use and to bring forth death and destruction. All right. You can go to other precepts you had too.
Jeremiah. Yep. This is Jeremiah chapter 50, verse 14. I'll start at 13. This is Jeremiah 50, verse 13. It says, because of the wrath of Yahweh, it shall not be inhabited, but it shall be wholly desolate. Every one that goeth by Babylon shall be astonished and hiss at all her plagues.
Right, because this place is going to be utterly destroyed. All right, it's gonna be a place of what dolphin creatures, unclean beasts. I believe the scriptures have that written. Okay, I think that's in Isaiah. I'm not sure if that's Isaiah 14, but read.
It says, "Put yourselves in array against Babylon round about, all ye that bend the bow, shoot at her, spare no arrows, for she has sinned against Yahweh."
Right, and this bow. You talking about Babylon? Talking about America. All right, and bending the bow. All right, the bow is a silo. All right, which you have it that an arrow goes out of what from a bow. All right, so the silo is uh, in the scriptures written as a bow. All right, the arrow is of course that nuclear missile. Okay, that's the waster that's meant to, is for destruction. All right, and you can read. I believe his script is described in. I'm not sure if it was Revelation the ninth chapter, which goes into it. All right, about that the power of it is in the head. All right, which you have it the nuclear warhead and such. All right, you have that the actual missile being delivered. All right, the warhead is being delivered. All right, um, and the destructive power. All right, just to go into it is in the missile being delivered and the destructive powers in the warhead, which carry multiple warheads. Okay, that's why in the scriptures it say it has 200 million missiles. All right, that's going to destroy America. All right, in various places. Okay, cleanse Israel of course. You got fake Jews in there, imposters claiming our heritage. All right. Yep.
It says, "Shout against her round about. She hath given her hand, her foundations are fallen, her walls are thrown down, for it is the vengeance of Yahweh. Take vengeance upon her, as she hath done, do unto her."
Right. Which the Lord, of course, uh, it's written in the scripture. Word, you can get real quick. Revelations 18 and it's around 6. You start at 5.
This is Revelations chapter 18, verse 5. It says, "For her sins have reached unto heaven, and the Most High hath remembered her iniquities."
All right.
It says, "Reward her even as she has rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works." Double according to her works. "In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double."
Right. You're going to get 100% destruction. All right. This place being Great Babylon. All right. Because the Lord, of course, has been angry with it. All right. As it's written, it says that they have lived, glorified herself and lived deliciously. All right. All of the blessings, that it has been receiving, all of the money, all right, that this place has been profited upon, okay, is going to get destroyed, in just a moment. And they have in the scriptures, I believe it says in 1 hour, okay, the destruction cometh, okay. It's gonna be nothing. And I mean, you see these other nations having this, atomic and nuclear capability. This is bringing forth biblical prophecy. Okay. Okay. Um, that's basically it. We got second Ezra 16, but I believe we hit the point. So you can go back to the article real quick. Just read the headline, and that's basically
It says, "China showcases own version of mother of all bombs."
it. Yeah. So these Moab, these nations of flexing and showing their abilities. Okay, the destructive power, which have been written in the scriptures. All right, the weak are saying they're strong. All right, Yahweh Shem Yahshai is mustering the hosts to the battle. All right, as we can see, World War III is soon upon us. All right, and you Israelites, so-called Israelites in the America, have to wake up. Or if not, you're gonna get destroyed and be part and consumed in that second death. All right. With that, we want to give all praises to
Yahweh,
Bahashem,
Yahushai,
Yahushai, Bahashem, Rahak,
Kodash,
and of course, double honor to those apostles at Great Millstone who rule well. Shalom.
Shalom.